Hello online family, welcome to another video channel. America is great. Let's make America even more greater. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, go ahead and subscribe to the channel and we will try to get through most of the news or most of the events that have happened in the United States in last 12 hours. So let's get started. So very first news, as we all know that UnitedHealthcare CEO Brian Thompson was assassinated in New York in front of Manhattan Hilton Hotel. So this news article on Fox News, it's available on their website. You can take a look at it. It's right on their website. And here on this website, they basically tell about the entire day of the person who is suspected to be involved in the assassination of the CEO. So you can see that this picture is of him on Wednesday, December 4th, around 6:14, and he is just there at a coffee shop enjoying coffee. Wow, he was enjoying coffee before killing a person. Wow, what a fascinating killer. Okay, okay. Next comes at 6:40. So at 6:14, he was having a good coffee, and at 6:40 he was outside the hotel. So this means he was having coffee, enjoying the view of New York City. Bro is a new killer. Bro got the killing vibes. I'm speechless, but okay. So then around 7, video shows a man who appears to match the gunman's description riding a bike. Oh, so then first he was having a coffee, then he was enjoying his time at hotel, and then he was riding a bike. Wow. Okay. And then by 8, he entered the Port Authority bus terminal and took train out of the state. So basically, first he woke up, he had a coffee, then his mind just enlightened, and then he got something. Hey, I'm here to kill someone. And then by I think 7, he was enjoying a bicycle ride, and then suddenly he killed and then went out of the state. Wow. And so far, the police or the security agencies haven't been successful in tracing this person. And I was reading the other day that they even said that they'll be giving 10,000 to the person who helped them identify the killer. So guys, if you identify the person, bingo, you have $10,000 right your way coming up. So, and then on 5th December, like one day after the assassination, they found this person riding bike. Bro's a big fan of riding bikes. And then he was also flirting with the woman who checked him. So he likes coffee, he likes to ride bike, and he likes to flirt with women. Okay. And then he likes to kill the CEOs. So these are his hobbies. Okay. And then on 6th December, they said they were searching for him, and then they realized that he is out of the state. Now, really a sad incident for what has happened. It's really sad. But if we look at one of the articles written by New York Times, so guys, this news article is basically subscribed. So I can definitely not scroll through the entire article because it will be the violation of copyrights. So I'll try my level best to explain to you guys what's in the article, but I cannot go through the entire article or show that entire article to you guys because it would be the violation of the copyrights. So simple, this article literally tells us that the guy came to New York on 24th of November, and he had his fake, everything was fake. His ID was from his ID was from New Jersey, and he was using cash all time. So first he was in the hotel on 24th November. He stayed there, looked at the area, enjoyed his time, had coffee, enjoyed bike, and then finally eventually killed the CEO. So really sad, but nobody knows what the motive behind this thing is. Many people are assuming it's because of the insurance policies. But I mean, killing someone for insurance policies, anything can happen. But it would be really fascinating to see that why this person who was enjoying coffee, flirting with the woman, and eventually killing the CEO. So all these three elements coming together to explain the assassination of a person. Okay. So and then it's it simply, this article is completely telling that the person had the fake identity, was enjoying his time, and eventually killed the CEO. So this is what this article is telling us. Again, this is subscribed. Oh, so this is the complete timeline of what happened, and I've already explained you guys the complete timeline of what had happened. But and it's the same what I've already told you guys. It's more in detail. They're telling us like more like, oh, this happened at 10:11, this happened, like they're giving more like minutes and seconds as compared to the Fox News, but the details are all same. Oh, so in this news article, they say that the reason is that the Fortune 500 pharmaceutical company raised its drug prices, and the drug price, and then board members and executive receive phone calls threatening violence. So they are saying that the raise in the prices of the raise in the drug prices is one of the reasons why this person was killed. Again, it's, I mean, guys, this killing someone just because they raise prices of something, I think it's not a good idea. I don't promote violence, and I'm not a big fan of violence. So I think killing someone is not a good idea. Definitely, it's not a good idea. They're raising price and you kill someone. I think it's the worst thing you can do as a person. But these all articles are present on New York Times, and they all are subscribed. So I cannot like show these articles to you guys, unfortunately. So this was a little bit about the UnitedHealthcare CEO. Now our next news is that McDonald's is going to reintroduce snack wrap next year. I had no idea what this snack wrap was, because 8 years ago I was not in the United States of America, and this snack wrap was not in Pakistan either. So it's a great news for those who had it 8 years ago, that their friend is returning after 8 years. It's similarly like a girlfriend who left you 8 years ago and now is coming back to you, and you're happy. So I mean, I'm not a very huge McDonald's fan, but if you like it, guys, go ahead and enjoy it. I don't know what its cost is. I hope it's good. I think I'll try it, but I'm not sure if I'll try it. We'll see how it goes. And on your screens, you can see the pictures of this snack wrap. Okay, now our next news is, oh, my favorite news. Oh my god, I love this news. So, President Donald Trump receives the Patriot of the Year award at Fox News. And believe me, Trump was dancing there. The dance was like this. Bro, his dance was amazing. Let's see this video. And in this video, Trump is like saying why he's a real American, and he's explaining his views that he's against illegal immigrants, and so am I. I'm a Trump fan. I support Trump. But yeah, in this video he'll be explaining everything that why he thinks, what are his views, and how and what he is going to do in his 4 years. So they have an ad here. So that is done. Okay, there you can see.
They were thinking it was going to be close, and it wasn't close. We won the popular vote by millions and millions of votes. We won all 7 swing states. And we won the most votes ever gotten by millions by a Republican candidate, and I think I can say also a Democrat candidate, but I won't bother getting into that. We had tremendous. It was a tremendous day, a tremendous night, a tremendous period of time. 72 days. It really started 72 days before. No day off, no play, no golf, no nothing. I didn't want to even play golf, even though it's sort of a good thing to run through a course. Thank you, darling. Thank you. It was all work. It was all work because we have a very important job to do. We have to win and we have to bring our country back. When you look at all of the people that flow through open borders, who could ever want open borders? Who would want that? And
no one wants that.
when I heard that, I heard it 3.5 years ago. And, we built 571 miles of wall. We ordered another 200, which is far more than I said we were going to do, but we ordered another 200. And I heard that they weren't going to use it because we had a very bad result in that election. You remember that night? That was not a pleasant night, but we had a very bad result, very unfair situation. We're going to get things straightened out in this country, including elections. We got to get the elections. This one was too big to rig, it was too big to rig.
Oh, hell yeah.
They tried, and then they just dropped their placards and went home. They said, "This is a slaughter," and but we're gonna do things that have been really needed for a long time, and we are gonna look at elections. We want to have paper ballots, one-day voting, voter ID, and proof of citizenship. A little thing like proofs of, and we have a hard time because in California they just passed a law that you're not even allowed to ask a voter for voter ID. Think of that. If you ask a voter for their voter ID, you've committed a crime.
Oh my God.
They have to get Judge Janine. Where's Judge Janine? To lock them up. You're supposed to lock up somebody that I don't think, she won't do it. She won't do it. She'll say, "I'm not doing it." But we're going to get it straightened out. We're going to get the whole country straightened out. And the first.
So what they are saying, what Trump is proposing is already happening in countries like Pakistan. I can tell about Pakistan that one day is designated for the elections and everybody on that particular day go to the election office or election booth and cast their vote, and it's all like done on that one day, one particular day. And I think there is a paper on which there are like the names of the people who are standing for the elections, and then you just put your like thumb or like anything. Some people sign, some people like check mark, or some people put their thumbprint, and once they do thumbprint, they just put it in a ballot and it's done. So I think it is a good way until or unless somebody or like the election officer is not rigging it. The only person who can rig elections, who can rig the number of votes, is the person who is going to be there at that time in that election booth. So I think it's a very good way. I mean, I support Trump, so I think his this idea of having one day elections and getting everything done, I think it's a good idea. And if he comes again, if Republicans come again, definitely they could do it like in 2028 and in 2032. But I am not sure if Democrats come. I don't think so they'll be doing it. I just don't think so they'll do it because yeah, they will not do it. They will try to rig elections. They will bring more illegal immigrants so that they have a better chance of rigging the elections. So yeah, I think I agree with Trump. So this entire video is available on their website. You can go and watch this video. It's really great video, and more or less Trump was talking about his upcoming plans, what he's going to do, and as always, his point of views. He's always, just he's one of those people who'll regardless if you agree or disagree, or if you're like, even if you're not happy with what he's thinking, he'll still tell you that, hey, this is what I think. Regardless, I don't care what you think about my point of view, but this is what I think. And I think this kind of person is needed in the United States of America. For example, let me tell you guys one thing why I think Trump is one of the best presidents at the moment in United States of America. Let me show you guys. So let's say so Trump. Let me show you guys why I think so. I even shared his one of the posts. So if you read this post by him, the idea that the BRICS countries, now these BRICS countries, these are basically countries which will be moving, which are trying to move away from dollar and do their trade in their own currencies. Let's see which these countries are. I mean, so these are Brazil, Russia, India, China, South Africa, Iran, Egypt, Ethiopia, and United Arab Emirates. Okay, so these countries are trying to use their own currencies to do trade. Now, the currency known as unit would be backed by gold. So they are trying to move away from dollar. Now, what Trump is telling them, the idea that the BRICS countries are trying to move away from the dollar while we stand by and watch is over. We require a commitment from these countries that they will neither create a new BRICS currency nor back other currency to replace the mighty dollar. I mean, dollar is mighty. I love dollar. I mean, why would you replace dollar? Like, why? Or they will face 100% tariffs and should expect to say goodbye to selling into wonderful US economy. And let me tell you guys one thing, US buyer is one of the most powerful buyer in this whole world. So if you don't have US economy, if you don't have a US buyer, best of luck for your business. They can go find another sucker. I mean, just tell me, like, when was the last time you saw a president using this word? I mean, he will say he will be very vocal about what he thinks. There is no chance that the BRICS will replace the US dollar in international trade. And any country that tries should wave goodbye to America. And I don't think so there is anything wrong in this. I mean, if you are moving against US currency, if you're planning to overcome United States of America currency, which is not happening, which is never going to happen. Um, which is not going to happen. Yeah. And if you're trying to move away from our currency, why why should we even consider giving you business in our country? If you have negative thoughts or uh, a negative perspective about our country, why should we even give you a chance or give you this mighty American buyer, if give you access to this mighty American buyer to buy our goods? Why should we do that? And I think this is a great initiative by Trump. Uh, I mean, just this thing, give it a thought that if we had Kamala Harris over here and she had to face the situation, what would she do? Do you think she would post this thing on Twitter? I don't think so. I mean, if you think so, okay. If you think that she could handle the situation better than Donald Trump, okay. Everyone has their opinion. I respect your point of view. We are in an academic setting. We are in a country which has some of the top universities, which is liberal. Um, we have freedom in our country, liberty and everything. So I respect your point of view, but I don't think so. So that's why I think Trump is one of the best choices to be the president of this country, at least at this time. At least at this time. Okay, so now coming back to more topics. Guys, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. If you have any questions, any concerns, feel free to leave them in the comment section. Okay, so in this one, who was United Healthcare CEO shooting suspect on the phone with moments before shooting. So in this one, they will be talking about some moments before shooting, and they're just loading this video. You can take a look at this video and then I'll talk further, okay? These ads sucks, bro. These ads are really bad. I'm very excited how Trump will look at his how will Trump perform during his 4 years of time in White House. It would be really exciting to see what Trump does. So
when they get,
police are looking into that gun, which they're saying is very distinct. And a brand new photo, look at this, showing the suspect, the killer, unmasked. You see the mask right under his chin, where they believed he checked in with a fake ID. Former seems to be a...
So I've already told you guys about this stuff. What is happening?
Police are looking into that gun, which they're saying is very distinct.
He had
and a brand new photo, look at this,
basically,
showing the suspect, the killer, unmasked. You see the mask right under his chin, where they believed he checked in with a fake ID. Joining us right now is former homicide detective and retired chief of detectives at the Hartford, Connecticut Police Department, Brian Foley. Brian, I gave you a lot. That's what we know.
Yep.
What do you think's happening today?
So everyone's looking at, what's going on and trying to track down the killer. Let me talk about the insurance side of things. Now, Hartford, Connecticut, the insurance capital of the world, all the major companies are there, to include UnitedHealthcare with a large footprint there. They are staffed with internal investigators, the best of which are all the retired cops. Homicide detectives, the best of the best, get hired by the insurance companies. It pays a lot better than the police department. When they get CEOs in every company, they all get a large amount of threats. These threats are vetted by these retired cops now working as investigators. When it becomes a serious threat, they'll escalate. Sometimes they'll call the police department. Sometimes they'll call the town they live in, notify those police departments. They also hire their own internal security, private security as well. Some CEOs are reluctant to accept that beefed up security when this stuff happens. But at the same time, a sudden change in a CEO has a volatile impact on the investors. So the security can actually be foisted on them, be it by the board of directors, the HR director, the security director, where they'll foist it on them. They're all nervous right now. They all have increased in security.
So he's in a situation where him and his wife are living separately. That could cause tension. Just from the detective point of view, it's not our business. But the other thing is he's in a situation where we know he's addressing the board of directors.
Yep.
So we know exactly where he is and where he's going.
Yep.
And we saw his bodyguard on. We used to do security for him. He's a really nice guy. But, and you could tell
So guys, this killer, first he drinks coffee, then he flirts with women. No, first he drinks coffee, then he rides on bicycle around the New York, then he flirts with women, and now he's just 15 minutes before he kills someone, he's talking someone on phone. Oh wow. This is definitely, the boy has no fear of anyone. Fearless guy. He is a fearless guy. So let's move further. We have a lot to cover and I'll try my level best to cover everything. It's a lot to cover, guys. So let's see what has happened in the US. Not allow. Okay. So now manslaughter charge against Daniel Penny. Manslaughter charge dismissed as jury breaks for weekend. So now what this manslaughter, I have no idea what this manslaughter is. So let's try to look at it together, what manslaughter is. Okay, so it's murder basically. So Daniel Penny was charged for murder, which has been dismissed.
Meet the Ninja Turtles in Hero Wars. The legendary RPG Hero Wars welcomes new heroes to...
Okay, so this veteran, he's accused of killing a mentally ill person. So he killed a mentally ill person. And his case is basically because of weekend. I think they just dismissed the case. So once something comes out of this case, I'll try to cover it up. But as of right now, I think there's not much to cover on this, so we will not cover on this. We will not cover this. So again, this is so stupid. This is so weird that this needs to stop. California Christian school shooting wounds 2 boys, 5 and 6. Suspected gunmen dead. So I'm not able to digest why they are not banning guns, or why they are not why why are the laws not strict, or even if laws are strict, why there is not enough security outside the schools. We need good security outside the schools. Schools are open, right? Anyone can come, anyone can go in and do anything. Where is the security? There should be at least 2 security guards. Schools should have funds to hire at least 2 to 3 security guards who can stand outside the school with guns. I mean, this is so in this is so, I don't want to use that word, but I will use that word. It's so stupid that schools, despite being attacked multiple times in a year, like various schools being attacked multiple times in a year, still these schools are not having a strong security. I mean, this is a private California school, right? This is a private school, and still they don't have like good security guards or good security services outside the school. I think they should hire some security agency or something. Not only they, not only no, I'm not only talking about them. I'm talking about each and every school in the United States of America. That every school should have two to three, 2 to 3 or 4 security guards. I mean, if you can afford more, yes, go ahead, afford more. But I would say every school should have 2 to 3 security guards outside the school. Uh, until or I mean, yes, if you have like good, uh, yes, there are good laws out there. Even if you ban guns, still black market is so big. People will definitely find a way to have gun and go kill people. So instead of depending on laws, yes, respect laws, rules are important. I think schools should have each and every way to protect themselves, and have a security agency or something. This is so weird. Like, really, this is unacceptable. Yeah, literally unacceptable. So let's move further. What else do we have? Oh, this is it's totally weird. Drone sighting reported over New Jersey's largest reservoir as feds investigate unnerving phenomena. Okay, let's get started. So they saw a drone which was on the top of, which was like flying over reservoir, and they have no idea what this drone is and what was that drone doing. Um, yeah, this is, so far they don't have any particular description on what this was. New Jersey leaders speak to DHS as annual drone sighting now also reported over New York. Oh wow. So they saw a drone over New York, and now they saw a drone over New Jersey. So what's this? It can be a national security threat as well. I mean, it can be anything. So I think the folks need to investigate on what this is. Trump National Golf. Oh, so again, so these two drones were, so the New Jersey one drone was seen 2 miles approximately in that area, 2 miles near Trump's National Golf Club. Oh, yeah, that's pretty bad. So you can see the screens here. Yeah, they need to investigate it as soon as they can. I think as soon as they can. They haven't investigated it yet. Um, but yeah, and they are also planning to give like some sort of aerial security to Trump or something. So I think that's definitely a good idea. I think that's definitely a good idea to do that. But yeah, this is really weird. Let's listen to this report.
Meet the Ninja Turtles in Hero Wars. The legendary RPG Hero Wars welcomes new
So
heroes
guys,
to the
they have
battlefield.
some sort of news coming up, ads coming up. So
Unleash their full power and
during
thrilling
that
battles
time we
against
can
sinister
see what's
monsters.
happening in the world or see what politics is going on. Let's see what's going on.
Unlock a unique hero and exclusive Shredder and Casey Jones skins.
Okay. So guys,
Yo,
if you
it
haven't
almost has a
subscribed to the if you haven't subscribed to the channel so far, please go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Let's get
A
started.
drone invasion going on in New Jersey, but when it involves the New Jersey home of the President-elect of the United States, it does catch more attention than normal, even though this has been running rampant for weeks now throughout much of the Garden State. Nate Foy has more from Morristown, New Jersey. Hey, Nate.
Hey, Neil. So just within the past couple hours, local authorities put out an additional statement reiterating that there is no threat to public safety because of these drones. But we're speaking with witnesses who are concerned because, as you mentioned, they're flying near sensitive areas. But also, just in general, these drones, we're told, are bigger than drones you would typically see people flying for fun. In fact, one witness said they look like commercial military drones. Here's
Oh.
another witness describing what they look like.
This one is extremely low. It's loud.
It's really cute.
And it's huge.
It's so big. It looks so much closer in person.
Yeah, my camera doesn't do. It looks like a spaceship.
Oh.
So now the FBI is investigating with state and local authorities saying, quote, witnesses have spotted the cluster of what look to be drones and a possible fixed-wing aircraft. A witness tells Fox that he and his neighbors are confused and worried about where these drones are coming from. He said he lives about a 10-minute drive from President-elect Donald Trump's Bedminster Golf Club.
They seem to be going in circles, and on my property, I think it's the flight path to Trump Bedminster from the airport. So they seem to be circling around the property.
Neil, take a look at this. You see the drones have been spotted not just near Trump National Golf Club, but also the Picatinny Arsenal military base. And the FAA is banning flights over both locations as the investigation continues. So right now, the FBI and local authorities are asking people to send in videos and tips as they see additional drones, which we're expecting here shortly. We're told by local authorities that the busiest time of night is between 5 p.m. and 11 p.m. So the drones should be coming out here in about half an hour. We'll send it back to you, Neil.
Yeah, like you say, they can practically time it that way. Thank you very much for that, Nate Foy.
Okay, so basically not much said. It was like everything which we already discussed was in the video. So they didn't go through much, but so drones were there. Okay, so now let's discuss some politics in the United States of America. So I won't be talking about Dodge much at the moment because before 20th of January they will be making some announcements. But here something really important they shared. Vivek shared something really important, so we can talk about that. Vivek Ramaswamy. Yeah, Vivek shared something really cool. So I want to share that with you guys. Yeah, I think he shared something about yeah. So here it is what he shared, that the amount American government is spending on every person, the number of dollar, the amount of the amount in dollars being spent on every person. So in Japan, for their healthcare, so in Japan they're spending $82. In UK they're spending $97. In Belgium they're spending $198. But in United States of America they are spending $1055 per capita. So when you're talking about per capita basically means per person. Capita means just, it's like a fascinating word for person. So in America we are spending round about average $1,055 per person. So it would be really fascinating to see where this cost is coming from. I think these are per year stats or what? Yeah, these are like every year. So every year $1,055 is spent on an average American. Interesting. This cost is really high and highest as compared to all countries. And I was reading the other day, the US healthcare budget is $4 trillion. So it's a fascinating stat. It's definitely a fascinating stat. So here they have these folks, all these Dodge guys. I won't be talking much about Dodge at the moment because I mean they will be sending a lot of stuff, like they will be posting a lot of stuff. So we will discuss that in one specific video, that what Dodge is going to do, what are their plans, how they are going to, what agencies they are going to cut. But they already said that they'll be cutting Department of Education and they will be cutting FBI. But now I was reading that somebody is going to be appointed as FBI's director. So these two things doesn't make sense. And I also heard that Trump also appointed someone as the director of education of some education department. I think she was like Stephanie. I forgot the name. She was dated in one way or the other to a wrestler, I think so. So if these government agencies are going to be taken down, if they are not gonna operate, why are they hiring people for these agencies? So I have some questions regarding them, but I think most of these questions would be answered before 20th of January, by New Year. And on 20th of January, Trump will be in the White House. So it would be really fascinating to see what happens and how everything is going to take place. So it would be really great to see. Okay. Next we have, these news are just waste of time. Let's move further. Also now people have opinion. So that's fascinating. Yeah, this is going to be a good read. So they have like 6 key data points which New York Police Department thinks they can use these points to get to the shooter. So let's go through these points one by one. The first one is hitmen for hire, in commonly perceived sense, don't really exist. The idea that someone off the street can walk into a social club or call a guy who knows a guy who kills for a living is essentially a myth. I cannot recall one in my experience that said murderers for hire do exist. An associate who is not professional is willing to hire on. Okay. But the speculation as to whether the shooter was professional or not is beside the point. The police don't care. What they care about now are hard data points that can identify the shooter. The professional status of the killer is at best a flourish if the case reaches trial. Interesting. Okay, so next they are so here they are saying that somebody might have hired someone to kill or something. So they might use this thing to catch the shooter. I mean, they haven't been successful in doing it so far, because the person has already left the state. And if the person has already left the state, Um, it would be really interesting to see where he went. So we'll see. I mean, according to them, which is written here, they think that the person who killed is actually the person, right? Like the person who actually murdered was not hired. He's the one who really committed this crime. Like he committed it because of his personal motives. I mean, he can, but we would see how it goes. I mean, it's very early to talk about. I mean, until or unless they don't catch that person, it's very early to to. It's very early to comment on that. But if someone was having a coffee, enjoying a bicycle ride, and flirting, I don't think so. He had any personal reason. I think he was hired by someone. Um, I mean, these all. I mean, if these all points which they say that he was having a coffee, he was enjoying his time, he was flirting with women. Um, I think this. Yeah, yeah. I think he might somebody hired him. I think so, but let the time decide what is true and what is not. Further, currently the timeline is key, okay? The timeline is always key, yes. Currently, and this is unsurprising, the tip line regarding the case is blowing up. But what detectives are most focused on are the indicators they can depend on, like how did the shooter know that Thompson would show up for an 8 a.m. conference? I mean, it is common sense. I mean, for I mean, if you know someone, like if you are against someone, or if someone is your enemy, I mean, it's very easy to find at what time will they come. I mean, he was a CEO, so most people of his team or of his company knew what his schedule will be. So I don't think so. It's a very it's a very crucial point. But yes, if there were only some people who knew at this time he'll come, yeah, then definitely yes, it can be a key point. But if his schedule was no surprise, if most of the people knew that he'll be there by 6:40 a.m. roundabout, yeah, round about 6:40 a.m., I think um then this point is of no use. Okay, further, how did the shooter so instantly recognized Thompson? I mean, he's a CEO. I mean, he's a CEO. Somebody was there to kill him. If somebody is there to, if let's say Y is there to kill X, Y would identify X. So I mean, this point doesn't make sense. But let's see what they say. The shooter was along the building line across the street when Thompson came up at the block. Videos show the shooter apparently recognizing Thompson from what must be at 60 feet in twilight early morning conditions. Again, how did he know Thompson was coming? I mean, you can recognize someone. I mean, it's just 60 feet. I mean, the boy you looks young and he looks good at shooting. So it's not hard to identify someone. Or what if um when he came there, when this CEO was at the meeting, he might have seen him coming, or somebody might have told him that hey, he's wearing this thing. I mean, that's it's possible, but again, it's very easy to recognize someone. I mean, if somebody is a professional shooter and it's 60 feet, I mean, you can just look at face and recognize someone. I mean, 60 feet is not that far. I mean, you can easily recognize someone. It's not a big deal. It's not even a big deal. If you're a professional, if he can shoot from that 60 feet, he definitely can recognize who that person is. So, okay. Digital data will be key. Yes, this does make sense. But yeah, let's read what they say. The police reportedly recovered a phone in the alleyway cut through that the shooter fled through from West 54 to West 55 Street. Was the shooter really that careless? If he was, and he did indeed make a phone call indicated by the still phone, this is a crucial information. Yes, it is. Legal processes will allow for search warrants to obtain the digital information to indicate who the call was to, and the number it originated from. While they may not lead to the shooter's name, it could lead to all his activities on the burner phone and to associates of the shooter who will almost certainly reveal his identity either through interviews or simple contacts. Now, the thing is, what if this kind of activity was done to derail police from investigation? I mean, if you have to call some, if he killed someone and if he was calling, he can literally type any phone number. Literally, he can literally type any phone number, and then that phone number will go to a person. Maybe we don't know if it's really connected to this person. Like if that person is really connected to the shooter, this might be a way to derail police from the investigation. But again, nobody knows what's the truth. So let's see what police what police will do to identify the killer. So further more, if we go to the fifth one, facial recognition is indeed important. Yes, it is. Yeah, this is definitely this is going to be a key changing thing, because if they can facial recognize the person, but again his eyes were down, everything was down. I don't know if, because like with facial recognition, I don't know the science behind it, but I'm very sure with facial recognition it has a lot to do with your eyes and the structure of your nose and everything. So if the cameras were like this, so his entire eyes and everything won't be in the camera. So I don't know how this technology will work, but let's see how it goes. Guys, again, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Okay, and last but not the least, traditional forensics are important, but perhaps less important just now. While fingerprints are great evidence if the shooter is not already in the system, they will only function here as confirmation. Yes, if he's not in the system, then he's not already a criminal. So he's not in the system. But the thing is, I don't know. Yeah. If obviously if he was an immigrant, but there are chances if he's an immigrant, legal immigrant, his fingerprints would be in the system. So we have to see this. The same goes for DNA. While great evidence at trial, if the killer profile is not already in the combined DNA index system, collected DNA may not help. But recall that in the case familial DNA reportedly led to a lead to a family member of the suspect, Brian someone. If the shooter has a relative in one of the commercial DNA databases, this could lead to him, but it will take time. Yeah, it would definitely take time. So these are some points. Some to me made sense, some to me, I mean, there's no harm in trying, but I think like some of them might work, some of them might not work, but it would be really nice to see what works and what will not work. So I'll keep you guys posted on what will work and what will not work. Let's go further. What else do we have? Let's talk about, let's go and see some memes. Okay, so we have some memes, communities. Let's go and see some memes. Okay, so posted. Oh, Indian fans hope. Oh, this is funny. So most of you guys don't know, this is mostly like cricket, and there's a match going on between India and Australia. So most of the people are expecting this dude to do something. So explore, notifications, verified, mentions. I don't know how much time it has been since we've started recording. Okay, so guys, we have been recording from last 50 minutes, so I think it is a good time to say goodbye. I hope everything is going well, and see you in the next video. See you tomorrow. Don't forget to like and subscribe and share. So see you in the next video. Till then, bye.